Hey, this is Joshua Dudgeon with LacrosseAutomobileFinance.com, and I just want to make a little video about how to give yourself a raise, even if you already have a job. Most people think that the raise is given to them by their boss or manager based on feelings of how the person is perceived or liked, but that is contrary to what really happens. A friend of mine was talking to me about this weekend because he had been laid off from one job because of the downsizing effect, going from 350 employees to 150 employees. And he had just got a new job, and he was concerned about the fact that his manager had expected him to do stuff that hired him, had expected him to do stuff that he felt was unethical, and he was worried that after about 2 weeks he was going to lose his job. And so I went over a very simple strategy to prevent that, or at least do everything you could to prevent that, because you can't prevent everything. But the way to not only prevent losing your job, but the way to get yourself a raise is very simple. There's a saying in business that says most people are working just hard enough not to get fired, and they're getting paid just enough not to quit. And that's a sad reality for a major amount of people that are in the workforce. And it's something that, if that's the case for you, it's very simple to get out of that stagnation or really miserable way of life. And that is to do something that you love. So even if you're in a job that you don't like, but you gotta have the paycheck on Friday, the best thing to do is to figure out how to add value to those around you. So I'm gonna give you a simple explanation from the aspect of if you had a job at Walmart. A couple years ago, a guy that worked with me for a little bit, he had a job at Walmart, or got a job at Walmart. When he first got the job at Walmart, he thought it was a great job. And you can have your opinions on Walmart. Walmart is not really the issue. I think they offered him a job around $9 an hour, which is relatively low. But for him, he needed the work, so he was really happy to get it. The problem was after about 2 weeks, he was really disheartened because he didn't really like the people around him, and he didn't like what was going on as far as how he felt he was being treated. And I explained to him that Walmart is a very good company from the aspect of they hire just about anybody and they will promote just about anybody, but it's very simple to figure out there how to get a promotion, and this is the way it is at almost every company. And this is how it works. You look at your job and find the things that your superiors are looking to have done. So in his case, he worked in the deli, and the deli is kind of a hit and miss as far as work goes. They have a whole bunch of people that come in at certain periods of time, and he's got to work really hard in those periods of time, but then there's other times where it was really quiet, and so there wasn't much to do. And so the best thing to do in a deli, if you're working in that scenario, is to pick up a rag and to start washing and cleaning as best as you can from one side of the area to the other side. And when you get done, if there's still no customers, then you would start over and do it again. Now, anytime a customer would come up, the more quickly you got to that customer with a smile and pleasantly, even if you're having a bad day, you can always try to be pleasant to someone. And then get back to that cleaning, the more quickly you're going to get that raise. And this is why. Most people are probably not going to notice immediately, but even if most people don't notice immediately, there is going to be a few that do notice. And in Walmart's situation, I'm sure they have people that come in and out of the company at almost all levels. So let's say someone was doing that and their area was especially clean when they left their shift every day, and they did get compliments from customers on a regular basis. When it came time for a new manager position to open up, the managers are going to look around and they're going to say, hey, this person has been doing a really good job of keeping the area clean, and we've had some customers that said nice things about them. Maybe we should move them up. And that's really the simple truth. Almost every job, the job that you're in, is the management is looking for you to take the initiative to be positive and to work a little bit harder than everybody else. Really, that's all it is. If you work just a little bit harder than everybody else, I mean, I think you should do your best. And the more you do your best, the more you'll improve. But really in the real race of it, you only need to be better than everybody that's around you. But here's the other avenue. So you say, well, my boss is a jerk. My boss is not friendly. Even if I did all that, there's no way I'm getting a raise because my boss just isn't that guy or that woman. The truth of the matter is the best thing that happens when you start to take on this behavior is it begins to change you inside. So when you start to do this stuff, and really, we gave you the example of the deli, but it could be any job. What you really want to look for is, if I was my boss and I was paying me to show up, what are the 5 or 10 things that I not only want done, I want done in an excellent fashion, and if done in an excellent fashion, I make my boss happy because I make his boss happy, or I make a more profitable place, make the business a more profitable place to work. Anytime you can justify your job by profit, your value goes up. So what happens to you on the inside is this. So let's say you have that boss and he's a jerk, or she's a jerk. A, you learn how to deal better with someone who's got a negative attitude. B, you start to learn more about yourself, more about your job, and you can start to see, well, maybe this job isn't for me. And if you start to do that, you improve your own skill, you raise your own level. So what happens is when you go to get that raise, if your value is worth more than what they're paying you, and this is real value, meaning you're bringing a higher value than everybody around you at the job, and you're making less money, or they aren't willing to give you that raise, you now can look out in the marketplace, meaning there's other jobs out there that you will naturally fit, and that people are looking for people that are doing just this, taking the initiative and doing their best at their job. And what will actually happen to you is you may not get any recognition in your company, but somebody around you said, yeah, this person, something changed, and this person is really working hard, and they mention to a friend, and they mention to a friend, and they mention to a friend, or someone comes into the job where you work, a customer comes in, and they see that you really stand out from everybody else. They're naturally going to look for those people, because there's a concept in business, and it's called top grading. And all good businesses, especially in the future, if you're going to grow as a company, they're going to use this technique, and that is, you should, if you're a business owner or if you're a manager, you should always be looking for 5 to 20 people that you know are in the marketplace that you find to do an excellent job, so that when you need to fill a position, you can go directly to them and hire them. And so that scenario will happen more and more if you have that positive attitude, if you are going the extra mile, and literally your boss can either give you that raise if you're worth it, or you can find another job. Another example that I've heard in the medical industry, it's actually a relative of mine that I'll leave nameless. They work in pretty much a high-end end of the medical. They're not a doctor, but they're crucial for the part of the job they do. And they get headhunted. In the medical industry, they call it headhunting. They contact people that they want, and they go after them. And what his scenario is that he doesn't really want to leave. He's in one of the top 3 hospitals in the United States, and he doesn't want to leave that hospital for 3 to 5 years, because he wants a record established there, so that if he does go to a smaller hospital, he'll have a bigger leverage point to negotiate from. But he's been offered by 2 or 3 other pretty big, nice hospitals jobs at different points, and he flies out to the job, and he comes back with what they've offered him, and each time he got a 13% raise, which is a good. It's basically cost of living plus 10% raise, which is a pretty good raise. And this has been in the down economy as well. Now the medical field is a little different than most people, but you can see what I'm trying to say. The opportunities are abounding, and really the coolest part about it is, as you start to change and look into the marketplace, look and improve yourself, you'll naturally be happier, you'll make more money, you'll be able to accomplish more, and you'll have a better result. Your life will be better for it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video about how to give yourself a raise even when you already have your own job. And we seek to help people get not only improve their lives through wealth creation, but we sell homes with owner financing. Go ahead and click the link below and you can see some of our inventory right now at our website. And if you see a house that you like or you're more interested in what we're doing, you can give us a call at 608-782-4848. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you, and have a great day. Thanks.